This is Saturday the 14th of May 2022 with the Irish National Stud Kildare. This is a video to commemorate what would have been Warthadd's 15th birthday. This was his old paddock here where he stood from the year 2011 to 2018 when he was relocated to France, which is where he passed away 2 years ago due to a ruptured aorta. I was quite shocked and saddened by when I read the news on Twitter. I literally screamed. I got down on my knees and screamed. When I read the news, Liam was in the bathroom and I did the big yell. I'm not too sure how he was, what his response was, what he was thinking, but it was a scream of excitement or a scream of shock. I'm not too sure what he thought. He probably thought it was something sad or something serious that happened, presumably. He probably thought that, did you?
Probably. I knew it immediately something was wrong.
Yeah, I knew something was wrong. I got down on my knees and started screaming and yelling, and I took the news very hard. And I roared out, Warthadd's dead, and I'm not too sure how he was feeling, because as you know, men feel things differently to women. They share their emotions a different way to women do. But I was very, very shook. I still am not coping. I still have bad days due to the news of his passing. But 2 years, his anniversary was the 5th of April. I did a tribute for him for his anniversary, 5th of April this year as well. But this is would be his 15th birthday today. This was his paddock here. We got introduced to him in 2017 when we first came to the stud. I knew him a year and 8 months, a year and roughly 8 months. And he was quite a funny horse. He made me laugh. He was nodding his head, and he said he's a real character. He has a real personality and quite funny. And I'd kind of call him the Mr. Red of the stud, because he had a kind of a personality. Because he would communicate by nodding his head, like, you know. He was always like that was his way of communicating with people, was by nodding his head. So I'd ask him a question like, "Do you love your horse?" And he'd nod his head yes, or he'd be quite funny. He would just make me laugh. He's just a hilarious horse. He's kind of like equivalent to Mr. Red, say, the stud. But he's great. Bring a lot of humour, a bit of humour into my videos. And I'd watch him back at home, and I'd be fits of giggles watching him back at home, looking back at the videos of me and him talking, and I'd be literally in fits of giggles watching the two of us together talking and communicating. And he's just so funny here, and he's just a hilarious horse, and he's very sadly sorely missed. So he is. And 15 is still very, very young for a horse. What's that in Newman years? 15?
60.
60. Just isn't that old at all if you come to think of it. It's still very young. Ruptured aorta. I think aorta is kind of it's to do with the heart, isn't it?
Yeah.
Heart. Yeah, I think it's something to do with the heart. So he was very, very sad. You were very fond of Warthog. Any happy memories of him?
Oh yeah, nodding his head and rearing up and all. Yeah.
What's your favourite memory of him?
Nodding his head when he asked him a question.
What else? There must have other memories other than that, right?
You're on the video. Go ahead. Coming in from the stables, he was very calm. Calmest horse in the place.
He was very calm. He led in from the paddocks.
Yes, straight. He was the preferred choice for the trainees because he was so calm.
Yeah.
To be bringing in from the stable.
Yeah, I remember one day they were bringing him in from the paddocks, and he said, he's a very quiet horse. So the handler was bringing him. He said he was a very quiet horse. Very quiet horse, you know. But he's very calm when he was being led in. And funny, I've only got only one film of him being led into cover. Only one film of him being led into cover. And I was with Geraldine, Liam's mum at the time. Only one film of him being led out to cover. Only one. The whole time I've known him, for a year and 8 months, I only have one film of him being led out to cover in the stables. I think it was back in 2017. I think so. Back 2017, and I got him. He did a big loud win in front of me before he was led out. I was scared of this, and then Liam did a joke about 5,000 a pop or something, 5,000 euro a pop, or something like that. They'll just cracky jokes about the fees when they've been letting them to get the covers. They always jokes about the fees, 5,000 a pop or 5,000 euro a pop, something like that. You always see cracky jokes about the money that that they couldn't get the money, money for sex, or for 5,000 pop a year for sex, something like that. Those cracks up these funny jokes. For every roll in the hay or something like that. Jokes, yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's the only film I got of him was in 2017. Just the one film, and it's with Geraldine, Liam's mum at the time. It was a great time. It was actually very funny. It was actually a very funny day with WORTHAD actually that day. I can hear him winning. I was talking to, I think it's Lucy Pimpernel, one of the other stallions. I can hear him winning. A horse winning. WORTHAD, is that you winning? Is that you winning there? And I go, WORTHAD, Chow, is that you winning there, WORTHAD? Oh, Chow. Because I always said Chow to WORTHAD because Chow is kind of a hello, or it could be either hello or goodbye in Italian. So he's an Italian horse, WORTHAD, and he did all the racing, and he won 9 races. He's the son of the great Tabari, the greatest world's greatest stallion. Tabari is his sire. And he won 9 races, and as well too. So, but he's quite funny. And Wigman is his dam. Wigman is his dam. Yeah. So, but he was magnificent. He's a very good friend, and I really love him. And I did a tribute poster to WORTHAD not long after he passed away. I have it up on my wall in the kitchen as well too. So it was a photograph that the stud in France sent me by email. I got it printed onto a canvas, a picture, a poster, and I made it into a canvas, and I put a little message at the side. The year he was born, the year that he died, I put a little message, kind of sentimental message to him, and his SAR, and all his details in SAR, and then a little message, sentimental message for myself, like the personal message for myself. So his legacy will live on, and he had a very promising future ahead of him. If he had lived, he would have had a very promising future ahead, because apparently that's what they were saying. His future was looking very, very bright. His future was looking very, very bright. He had to win there on the 13th May, Friday, 13th of May, with his son Expert Opinion in Punchestown. I think so. He had to win anyway. Expert Opinion, his son had to win anyway. Was it Leopardstown? I think it was either Leopardstown or Punchestown, one of them anyway. It wasn't in Ireland. Sorry, it was in England. It was in England. I think it was Newmarket or somewhere. Expert Opinion, his son, WORTHAD's son, had to win on Friday. So it was nice to read that. I was looking up WORTHAD there last night, and I happened to see a recent win, Expert Opinion, his son, Friday 13th of May. It was nice to see that win of WORTHAD now, so I'm very happy to see that now. It's not often I see his name prop up, but I saw his son on the race card recently as well. I see his son prop up in every now and then. I saw his son, I think it was Hello Joey, or Hi, Hey Johnny, or something like that, I think his name is, in Punchestown. And he didn't win the race, so I think he came
6th or 5th.
6th, something like that. I think he came 6th or something like that. It was nice to see his name in the booklet, and I got very emotional when I saw his name, as you probably can imagine. I saw him in the parade. I think I saw him in the parade ring as well. I think he was a bay. He's a lot lighter than WORTHAD. WORTHAD was more or less black. He's very dark. It's very dark for his dad, because his dad was like brown. He's like the same colouring of as a Keanu, like brown, a light brown, kind of light brownish brown colour. But very sorry, missed. I find it hard to believe that this happened to him, because he always seemed very healthy, here when he was in the stud. He never had any health issues here when he was in the stud, and as far as I remember, he never had any visits from the vet. The only thing he had done here was his shoes. He's getting his shoes changed. That's all I remember. I never had any issues with his health when he was here, so I don't understand how this could happen to him. But I really find it very hard to understand. It's very confusing, but anyway, rest easy, my friend, and I've been thinking of you through your offspring, and your legacy will live on. So, happy birthday! You're racing up there with the angels. Just keep running there. Keep running. Oh, just keep running there with the angels. With the other big names, Sagittarius, and all those other big names up there. Ruffian. All the big names. Rest easy, my friend, and happy birthday. I love you. I love you. Thanks, folks. Thank you.